to other states. Drop in Nigeria's out-of-school children population excites Buhari's group. Nigeria seeks stronger military cooperation with Iran. 2023, do not allow APC fool you again. PDP advises Nigerians. Do not allow APC fool you again. PDP advises Nigerians. ICPC chairman Owasanoye berates lawyers for aiding money laundering. And that's all we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Pick a copy to read up on the details. And, you can also drop your comments. Follow us live on Facebook at Omega 11.7 FM. On the Punch newspaper this morning, Kogi Court uncovers 268 ghost workers. Military panel clears 10 soldiers, Balarabe promoted. Social Workers Association trains members in trauma treatment. Soludo, others mourn Anambra lawmaker. Plateau Poly resumes, suspends a 3-month strike. NCDMB hands over vocational school to UI. That's the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board handing over vocational school to University of Ibadan. Total Energies shifts drilling on Gina Akpo to December. Osun threatens roadside traders with arrest prosecution. Resuming Abuja Kaduna train service insensitive, says federal government. Resuming Abuja Kaduna train service insensitive, says federal government. That's all we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. And moving away from the Punch, what is trending on the These Day newspaper? PDP will win 25 states, majority in National Assembly seats despite crisis. That's the national chairman saying PDP will win 25 states, majority in National Assembly seats despite crisis. Wicked Tinubu's pact is real. He will work with us, says Ibrahim Masari. Wicked Tinubu's pact is very, very real. He will work with us, for us, says Ibrahim Masari. Osibanjo, Nigeria seeks $10 billion package from international partners for energy transition plan. July allocation rises by 151.6 billion naira as FAAC shares 954 billion naira for federal government, states, and local governments. Discos insist federal government expropriating power distribution assets in breach of extant laws. Artifacts, Oba of Benin's representatives, others to attend Berlin Forum Arts Exhibition. Pipeline surveillance contract, Pandef warns northern youths against incisive comments. Federal government urges states to establish digital economy ministries. Federal government urges states to establish digital economy ministries. That's all we can take from the These Days this morning. The Sun newspaper, IBB Abdusalami Dogara Babachir meet over Tinubu Shetima ticket. 2023 Rivers governorship candidate absent as IU hosts PDP nominees. Reasons Nigeria must get her politics right, says former FCT minister Abba Ghana. What fuels insecurity in Nigeria, says Rafsanjani, TMG Sislak boss. APC real reason campaign council list is delayed. Enugu 2023 Ohaneze Ndibo backs Wine's choice of successor, zoning. Enugu APC, we never expelled state chairman, says Ward. State chairman Ward, I beg your pardon. We never expelled state chairman Ward. 2023, I will make Abia investors destination. Mwafo, YPP candidate. Bassi eyes UEFA Champions League debut. That's all we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. Pick a copy to read up on the details and more. And from the Guardian newspaper, we are yet to inaugurate Obi's campaign team in Imo State, says Labour Party. We are yet to inaugurate Obi's campaign team in Imo State. Labour Party insists. Ohaneze backs Ugwan's choice of successor zoning. Kanu secures $100 million World Bank loan to reform education. Kaduna APC denies buying PVC for 10,000 naira. Lagos residents lament use of korope by kidnappers and robbers. Okay. All right, this one here says NANS executive, 39 others back jail terms for 195 million internet fraud. This is coming from Ibadan. NANS executive, 39 others back jail terms for 195 million naira internet fraud. Group launches grassroots support for Tinubu in Bauchi. NGO tasks elite on youth inclusivity in leadership. NGO tasks elite on youth inclusivity in leadership. That's all from the Guardian this morning. 9 minutes gone past the 7 o'clock. The electronic press review on Omega 101.7 FM. The program returns after this break. To stay tuned. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. 101.7. Electronic press on 101.7 FM. Thank you so much for staying tuned and welcome back. My name is Franca Ofe Utigo. Away from the Guardian this morning, what is trending on the leadership newspaper? 53 broadcaster stations suspends as NBC deadline expires. Federal government okays 55 billion naira contracts for Northeast Lagos roads. Oil rises on U.S. response to Iran nuclear deal comments. FAAC allocation rises by 18.95% as 3 tiers share 954 billion naira for July. That's the Federation Accounts Allocation Committee. Brain drain, federal government cannot replace emigrated specialists, says medical experts. That's all we can take from the leadership this morning. The Tribune newspaper, ASU head into indefinite strike, demands a fresh negotiation committee. ASU head into indefinite strike, demands fresh negotiation committee. FCTA pulls down shanties in Mpape. RMAFC's new chairman pledges to execute commission's mandate. That's the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission. UNIDO partners GEF, federal government, to support 75 clean tech entrepreneurs. That's because UNIDO, United Nations Industrial Development Organization. NIWA deploys watercraft ambulance on Lagos waterways. National Inland Waterways Authority deploys watercraft ambulance on Lagos waterways. That's all we can take from the Tribune this morning. Pick a copy to read up on the details and more. The Daily Independent this morning, Falana Ozekome, others profess solution to undermining the judiciary. Media sanctions. Labour accuses MBC of deploying draconian tactics to recover debts. Our constitution should recognize roles of traditional rulers, says Olu of Warri. Insurance penetration. NICOM collaborates with estate surveyors. Federal government bars states from intervening in deplorable federal roads. Federal government bars states from intervening in deplorable federal roads. BEDC reacts to AGF's view on expiration of federal high court orders. That's okay. That's all we can take from the Daily Independent this morning. All right, the New Telegraph. Wike may work for Tinubu, says Masari. Wike may work for Tinubu, says Masari. Makinde Fintiri absent as PDP meets Guba candidates. Article in London in fresh efforts to placate Wike. Interesting. Article in London in fresh effort to placate Wike. Osibajo, Nigeria needs $410 billion for energy transition plan. Obasanjo, Congo president meet on pathway to Africa's agri sector development. Kogi probe committee discovers 268 ghost workers on judiciary payroll. That's all from the New Telegraph this morning. And finally, this morning, we take a look at the cable newspaper. $23 million Abacha loot should be used for resolving ASU strike, says Rep. Okay, a member of lawmaker representing Just South, Just East, Dachong Musa Bagos, has said that the $23 million Abacha loot, I beg your pardon, should be used for resolving ASU strike. EFCC grills NDDC account director over 25 billion naira fraud. Wike to Lamido, you have no political value. PDP lost Jigawa on your watch. That's Wike replying to Lamido's statement, and Wike is saying, you have no political value. PDP lost Jigawa on your watch. Exclusive article heads for London in last-ditch effort to woo at Wike. Article heads for London in last-ditch efforts to woo Wike. Amid PDP crisis, Ayu meets Cuba candidate, says victory certain in 25 states. 2023, I will only recognize APC candidates defectors on their own, says Buhari. Trending video, lawyers on rampage at MBA conference over distribution of bags. I mean, it's quite embarrassing, very, very embarrassing. This video coming out in this manner, lawyers on rampage at MBA conference over distribution of bags. It is quite embarrassing. I mean, what is the hope for the common man? Nigeria launches energy transition plan to gob $10 billion annually. And that's all we can take from the cable newspaper this morning. It's time to take your reactions this morning. Follow us live on Facebook, drop your comments, or you can call us. First, we take a listen to the rules of engagement to guide us as we take your reactions.
Your name and location and line of interest, and you have 2 minutes to make your submissions on the specified headline of interest. Please don't insult the sensibilities of the listener or other callers. EPR, Electronic Press Review, on Omega 1117 FM, my radio, your radio.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. 0815-1017-777 or 0907-112-1017. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, can you hear me? You're right, you're welcome.
They are suffering too much, and that is are suffering. They are suffering too much. They should use that money now and pray it so that they are human beings. How can you hold somebody their family? No money, no income, nothing. To give them that, please, they should use that money from our vital now. Give them. They are like human beings like us. And the Russian Labour Party in Imo State, whether they launch it or they don't launch it, we are going to vote the P2B. We are not voting party. We are voting party. Not the party. So whether they launch it or not, we are going to vote P2B. We are not voting on party now. We don't care about it. The slide now we are working. So P2B is our person that will lead us free. We are not voting party. These are begging them. That money should use very well for the actual people are big. The rest of let them eat the rest of money or whatever they are looking, let them eat. But this one now that we have seen, they should use it and pay the teachers so that our children will live and go to school. Any money you cannot get nothing in the house. Children will be living about doing nothing. While their own children are overseas, schooling over there. They don't care about our own here.
Okay.
Please, God should intervene to us so that they use that money necessary to pay the workers. Thank you very much.
Thank you for talking to us this morning. We are yet to inaugurate Obi's campaign team in Imo. Labour Party insists. And then the other headline says $23 million Abacha loot should be used for resolving ASU strike, says Rep. Hello, good morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is arising from Oji River.
Okay.
I had this saying article his opponent.
That's right.
That's a week going on for River State. Let me tell you, everybody in Nigeria, these people going up and down to abroad, spending money for politics. The people are here suffering. Look at our sisters and brothers in at home. This student saying that so improper. I don't know why people are squashing our money everywhere. Our people are suffering. Please, let them use this back loot and tell the university lecturers to start back the school. This is insecurity. This is very, very big insecurity. These people stay more at home now. You see all of them handling what is not uncalled for. Please, Nigerian, wake up. Let us do something. And our PVC, let us vote for somebody else, not acting. We are voting somebody who is credible to lead Nigeria. Thank you, Atifa from Odiri.
All right. Thank you for talking to us this morning. On our Facebook page, Dr. Mrs. Uma Olebara from Owerri says Nigerians are on the march again. No politician, party, or group of persons should toy with the destiny and future of over 200 million Nigerians through electoral abuse, bad leadership, and insensitivity to the needs and aspirations of the people. Let us avoid politics of bitterness, hatred, character assassination, falsehood, using abusive words, derogatory, and intemperate languages that are rooting deep in our polity. Let us kneel down and grow taller as fate calls on us to initiate a change for better. All right, thank you for reaching out to us on Facebook, 0815-1017-777 or 0907-112-1017. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is Madam Sam from Abuja.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay, my dear. I'm talking about that money. That's 23 something from Abuja.
Okay.
Our life is something. The federal government to use that money. The people have to let our children go back to school. Please. And for insecurity, our president failure. He will be the one to answer you. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Still on Facebook, do not allow APC to fool you again. PDP advises Nigerians. Both APC and PDP have failed Nigerians. They need to change the narratives and consider third force has become imperative. We cannot continue in this way. May God help us. Also, Francis and Amani from Amagunze, thank you very much for reaching out to us. Good morning. Morning to you, sir.
God bless you.
Amen.
My brother Donald one day ago, almost up for go to people of people in the state. Let them relocate to London. That is their business. These two parties have failed this country woefully. Let all of them relocate to London. We know who we are going to vote for. By February 25th, 2023. So let them relocate to their house. 16 years of PDP and also 18 years of atrocities. The other intervention in this country is our last hope. All of us, you have our own business secretary card. That's the only thing that will help to send them market. It's really unfortunate that the right thinking Nigeria will vote for a Muslim ticket. And also, after 8 years of food, somebody from the north and people are grant money for another Nigerian. So to me, it's not the right thing. Let's try another person who we know very well. The training everywhere they want to come of Anambra State. That's the most leader for this country.
Okay. Thank you for talking to us. 0815-1017-777 or 0907-112-1017. On Facebook, this message says, the fact is that we are wise this time around. We are not after political party, but reputable flag bearers despite his or her party. This is coming from Gideon for Nabo. Thank you very much for reaching out to us. Hello, good morning. You're welcome, sir. What's your name? Okay. All right, Mayor, thank you very much for texting. I have this message here. It says Atiku should leave Wike alone. PDP does not need Wike to win 2023 elections. We have many Wikes in River State. Odessa Global from Achi. Interesting. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, my sister.
You're welcome, sir.
I am high Chicken and I usually transmit from a new community percent to the name of the local government of the Muslim.
Okay.
Yeah, the Muslim strike has to demand new committee. The issue or critical issue is that this ISIS strike has been a long-standing issue the FG has refused to address due to lack of political will and sincerity of purpose. Now we have a budget loot of $23.4 million. Let it be channeled to resolve this ISIS strike once and for all. And Tinubu may work for, Winter may work for Tinubu. In fact, as the reality stands, the way Winter has been playing or playing the politics is not, going somewhere or adding up to his political clout. Governor Winter should sustain his political clout, otherwise he will soon put his honor in a state of ignorance and make himself politically irrelevant. As one of our respected partners, I advise him.
Okay, thank you for talking to us. Good morning, Franca 2023. Do not allow APC fool you again. PDP tells Nigerians is a welcome development if our youths will vote wisely. Ed Black Ogwefi, watching you live all the way from Ewohimi, Edo State. Okay, thank you very much for reaching out to us, Ogwefi. Okay, let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, Franca. Thank you.
You're welcome,
Where'd
sir.
you go?
Thank you for calling.
Yes, you had the line with Augustine Illich. I am calling from Eboma in the Okuta local government area of Imo State.
Okay.
Since all this war, we are hearing about the matter between Wike and Atiku and all the old politicians. Let me tell you, the trouble with the Nigerian politicians and politics is all of today. When we look at Nigeria, no matter from whatever direction, no matter the focus of our perspective, everything which we see here the first full aspect of dichotomy. The Northwest, the North-South dichotomy, the East-West dichotomy, majority-minority dichotomy, Muslim-Christian dichotomy, military-politician dichotomy, socialism and the capitalism dichotomy. These are the things that we are suffering today. If we can come together and think well and call ourselves brothers and sisters, people should be stopped. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much for calling. This text message says, I do not really know why people make much ado about nothing. Why are Nigerians so much concerned over Tinubu's Muslim ticket? There is a clear way to handle this issue, and that is to vote APC out of office. After all, nothing good has ever happened to Nigerians in Buhari's administration. Tinubu keeps telling us that he will start from where Buhari stopped. We all see Buhari and where he's going to stop. Let Nigerians never sell dog and buy monkey. Go and verify. Bernard Ojanya in Umun say, okay, thank you very much for texting. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Franca.
You're welcome, sir.
I hope we are hearing me this morning.
We can hear you. Please go ahead.
I still name my humble self, Mr. Margot Man, calling from Umwich, my hometown. That's South Nigeria.
Okay.
Even if they like, let them go to the moon. I have their meeting. That one is their cup of tea. For as long as Nigerians are concerned, they have already made up their decisions on who to vote for. And I want to sincerely advise the federal government to quickly address also strike by using their battalions to settle them and equally look for elsewhere to borrow money, to augment if the money is not enough, to make sure that they pay them completely so that our children can go back to school. Because it poses a great danger when you have your future, the future of tomorrow, idling away as a result of our insensitivity to things that should matter so much. So that's my little contribution this morning. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice working day.
Thank you very much for talking to us. This message here says, good morning, Franca. In reality, we should not allow APC to fool us again in alliance with PDP's charge. Both PDP and APC should, in actual fact, be jettisoned for the country to progress positively. There is no clear-cut difference in the two political parties that have greatly contributed to our present woes. We have to beam our searchlight on another alternative for salvation. Allowing PDP or APC to ascend federal control will be an extension of hunger, poverty, insecurity, and inept leadership. We must get it right this time and not be fooled by the antics of PDP or AC. They say once beaten, twice shy. And all right, that's where your message stopped. I take these network issues actually. But this is from Onsu MC and Diawa R&D Zwago. Thank you very much for texting. Good morning.
Good morning, my humble speaker. It's supposed to come from the DHM from Mogo.
Okay.
Mr. Speaker, permit me to speak on the issue of don't allow APC to fool you again. I must say, let me take the message and slap the messenger. Mr. Speaker, there year 2015, I sounded excited and won many of us, even callers on the radio program. And I said, you are about to go into a doom. And most of them said, no, we know what we are doing. We are going to get it right. I said, you don't know anything. And we all watch helplessly to the advancement of the monster. And this final stage is 20 Amendment 2 without effective abortion. Mr. Speaker, today, the setting sun has also started symbolizing. And obviously, we know where the pendulum is going to swing. And today, even the radio stations and the TV stations are preparing for the 2023 bumper harvest. And that's why they cannot see the poison in the garden. Mr. Speaker, I remain very strong and unmovable and shakable and unputdownable in my opinion that you don't need elections. What you need that is invoke the doctrine of necessity. So there will be dialogue or referendum. That's the only solution. If you venture to go there, 2023, 2024, 2025, I'll ask you how much it is. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you very much for talking to us. Let us watch and see how this pans out. All right, this last call before we see more messages. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Franca.
Welcome, sir.
Well, I'm not hearing you, but I believe you like to be on, so you are hearing me. My name is Uche Ezenia, calling from Uma Barasawara Soka. On the Abacha load and where it should be channeled to. Yes, I agree with those who says it should be used to settle ASU. That's why we are urging for our government to use the money to settle ASU. I am also urging ASU to stop being unreasonable by stipulating on the mode that their employers should be paying them. If you are an employee, you are at the behest of your employer to pay you in the way he thinks fit. That's it for that. And then if there's any money remaining in that, that's a $3 million Abacha loan, they should channel it to health sector to save our children, our nursing mothers, and the other sundry Nigerians. And finally, why is it that up to now that we are still hearing that people are still embezzling so much from our national coffers? Sorry, I can and Anna, you professional accounting bodies, were you not the people that set up the internal mechanism of all these federal government agencies, ministries, and departments? Why is it that up to now we have not been able to stop people from looting so much from our national treasury? This is the question I want all Nigerians to, roll their minds over and about.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless you, Chesenia from Oga.
Thank you very much for calling. On our Facebook page, Edu Black Okwefi says, may God console all the Anambrarians and also the entire House of Assembly members for the death of the lawmaker, Right Honorable. Okay. Uchenna Okafor, thank you. Watching live from Ewohimi, Edo State. Okay, thank you very much for texting. I have this message here from Popular Uli. Why should the federal government place ban on the renovation of state federal roads? The senator who put such motion is mentally... Okay, thank you very much. Ifeanyi Ejimkonye from Obiako, Egbema, Imo State says, I will support only APC candidates, Buhari. I strongly believe that what God cannot do does not exist. We have suffered a lot in this APC government, and God of justice, God of poor masses, will never allow us to continue with this traumatic condition come 2023. God will surely disappoint all these politicians who brought hardship to us come 2023. Thank you very much, Ifeanyi, for reaching out to us. Pastor Christian Okolie, watching from Umutanze Olu, says, PDP saying that APC should not vote for is right. Both PDP and APC, none of them are worth voting for. They are all corrupt. In fact, what we really need now is freedom. God help us. All right. Thank you very much for texting. This one from our text message says, Okay. Good morning, Franca. In reality, we should not allow APC to follow us again in alliance with PDP's charge. Both APC. Okay, this message is not having network issues. I have this one from Facebook. It says PDP's advice to Nigerians is laughable. I want to tell Nigerians if there is any party that fooled us, that party must be PDP because PDP really dealt and deceived the Nigerians during their 16 years in power. But I thank God for the crisis rocking the party now. The current crisis in PDP today is the people's prayers working. And I pray the crisis continue till there will be no PDP anymore. Secondly, the Abacha money should be used to complete the second Niger bridge so that the haters will see the good work of Buhari, mostly in Debo. So they will appreciate Buhari for once. I urge federal government not to give Asu Shishi because they are taking too much from federal government without offering anything in return. I support the no work, no pay because no servant can be above his paymaster. ASU must resume school or they should be dissolved. My name is Abuchi Michael Ibo, the youngest soldier in Ojo Barracks, Lagos State. Thank you. Good morning, Franca Chukwudi from Akokwa. Do not allow APC to fool you again. PDP tells Nigerians, yes, they did, but there is no difference between the two parties. On obedience, we believe this time. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for texting. This one from our Facebook says, good morning. I make bold to say that both PDP and APC are not qualified and entitled to our votes because of the misrule witnessed under their watch. This is coming from Michael Ike. Thank you very much for reaching out to us on Facebook. And finally, Okay, thank you very much for texting, Chief Oluibo Charles. That's the last message we can take this morning. It's 7:40 a.m. already. Thank you so much for joining us on the Electronic Press Review. Tomorrow we'll make a return to see what's trending on various national dailies. 8 a.m. Mega Sports will come your way. Muna will be here to talk about what's trending on various national dailies. Great tunes coming your way, motivational tunes coming your way, all the way any moment from now till 8 o'clock. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. My name is Franca Ofe Udigo. Have a lovely day ahead of you.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are entirely those of